Alright guys, so a lot of you have been asking for a siren tool tutorial, so here goes. Basically, there's three main steps when you're using siren tool to make some sirens. Number one is going to be position your spacers, 2 is draw the pattern, and then 3 is export. It's very simple. Okay, so when you first open it up, you've just got the blank grid here. First thing you're going to do is press spacebar to add a spacer. And you're just going to line them up so that they match what your light bars have on the vehicle, okay? So say I've got a light bar on top with 10 modules in the front and back. So I'm just going to line it up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10. Okay, and then I'm just going to make another spacer. This could represent the back of the light bar. If you want to have the back and front be different, so there you go, that's 10. And then say I've got a rear light bar with 8. I'll just do that. For 8. Okay, so there you go. That's all spaces are for. It's just a visual aid to kind of help separate things so you can more easily figure out what you're doing. Okay, so the second step is draw a pattern. Obviously that's the biggest part of Siren Tool and what it's used for. So we'll go over some controls first. First, you've got your color selection. So 1 through 5 will still change your color. You've got all the colors you really need. The only other one I've seen people ask for is purple, but I'm sure 99% of people are going to be fine with what's here. So yeah, you've got blue, red, orange, and white, and green if you really need it. Okay, so really simple. Left click, you fill the boxes, and then it corresponds to what's up there based on where this little tick is. Okay, right click to delete. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. You left click to draw. Right click to erase. And there's one other thing with drawing. There's this little lock icon down here. If you notice when I'm drawing and I move my mouse left and right, it won't draw in these columns. It only draws in the column that I originally clicked. Okay, so if I click this, that'll disable that. Anyway, so those are the controls essentially. The other one is Q, that automatically clears everything. All right. Backspace will remove your spacers if you want. I'm not going to do that because I have them set up how I want. And the only other thing is loading and saving. So you only have one load slot, load and save slot at the moment. So if I click save and I clear everything, and then I click load, it's going to load up the last thing I saved. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to quickly draw something up, and then I'll finish up. Okay guys, so I've got my pattern finished. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just a pretty simple pattern. One other thing, if you're not happy with if you finish your pattern, you're working on your pattern, you're not happy with how it's looking in terms of the speed, you also have this option here at the top. The slider will change the BPM. So you slide it down and you get a slower movement, and then you can drag it up and you'll get a faster run. So I tend to work above at least 700. The only time I'd really go down like this is if I was working on like maybe an LAPD or CHP like recreation, because the only advantage of having a low BPM is you have a lot more time to work with, but having it up here gives you a lot more room for creativity in terms of flash patterns and stuff. Because down here, if you have a flash pattern that say like these, they wouldn't really look good. They don't really look good on this, but they look great on this. They look more stroby. Okay, so I finished my pattern, and now I'm on to step 3. All right, so step 3 is export your pattern. So this is the simplest part, and this is what makes Siren Tool really useful. So I finished my pattern. All I got to do is click Generate Sequencers, and as you can see, it generates a little preview of the list, and then you can see they match up with the columns. Okay, and then all I got to do is click Export. And now if I pull up my exports folder and open it up, you see I get a list here. And so basically what this allows you to do is put it into a website like this. Binary to decimal converter, you just take this, put it in here, and click convert, and there you go. And you can even paste it right in this file. And you also have the option of saving this file somewhere else, and then it won't get overwritten when you export again. Okay, so feel free to just edit this as much as you want. You can even delete these last two if you don't use them, or any of the ones you don't use. Alright, so that's basically it. And then you just take this number and you put it in car codes right where the sequencer values are, just like you would on any other car. Okay guys, so if you have any other questions, definitely join the Discord and ask, and otherwise thank you for watching, and thank you for using Siren Tool.